Right, if we answer question 1. Okay, so question 1, we've got part A, root 45 plus root 80 minus the square root of 125. Now what I would do, I would simplify each of these surds in turn. So we start with root 45. Okay, so we need to think of a pair of numbers that multiply to give 45. One of them square. So instantly you might be looking at that and thinking 5 goes into it. And it does, so that's 9 times 5. Okay, so with surds we can split this up. Okay, so we can split that up, so it'll be root 9 times root 5, and of course we know root 9 is 3. Do the same with root 80. Okay, now usually with these questions there's a theme going on, so it's ending up in root 5, so we can have a similar situation then with this one, it'll be root 5 here. So we need to think, what do you times by 5 to get to 80? And that is 16, so 16 times 5, so that splits to be root 16 times root 5, which is 4 root 5. And then 125, well, that times 5 by 25 gives you 125. So that'll be root 25 times root 5, which equals 5 root 5. Okay, so then you put these answers then in here to simplify it. So you've got 3 root 5 plus 4 root 5, and then of course this take away this answer, so take away 5 root 5. So 3 root 5 plus 4 root 5 is 7 root 5, take away 5 root 5 is 2 root 5. That's my answer. Part B was asking 2 root 32 plus 3 root 8, take away root 18. Okay, so again, if we start with this one, 2 root 32. Okay, so thinking of two numbers that multiply to give 32, of course 16 times 2 would work, wouldn't it, where 16 is a square. Okay, so then split that up. Okay, you'd get 2 root 16 times root 2. Now we know root 16 is just 4, so 2 times 4 is 8, so we get 8 root 2. 3 root 8, well, root 8 is 4 times 2, so that will be root 4 times root 2, and of course root 4 is just 2, so we get 3 times 2 is 6 root 2, and then root 18, okay, of course root 18 is 9 times 2, isn't it? That will work there, so that will become root 9 times root 2, which is 3 root 2. Okay, so putting all of that in, you end up having 8 root 2 plus 6 root 2, take away 3 root 2. Okay, that comes to 11 root 2. C. So you've got this question for C. Okay, so this one, 2 root 8. Of course, root 8 is just 4 times 2. Alright, so that will become 2 root 4 times root 2. Root 4 is 2, so that'll be 2 times 2 is 4, so that'll be 4 root 2. Root 18, well, we've just seen that, haven't we, in the previous question. That comes to 3 root 2. And then 12 over root 2. Now, when you've got a root on the bottom, of course, we need to rationalize the denominator being the bottom term. So rationalize it by simply timesing by what's on the bottom here, root 2. Times the top by root 2, but also times the bottom by root 2 as well. So actually, you're not actually doing anything to it, because root 2 over root 2 is 1, isn't it? But what will help here is by doing this, on the top you get 12 root 2. Of course, on the bottom then, when you times a root by itself, it just becomes the number in there, because that would be root 4, isn't it? Which is just 2. Okay, so root times itself is just the number itself, which is 2. Simplify that then, that'll become 6 root 2. Okay? So putting it all in, we've got 4 root 2 to start with, plus 3 root 2, take away 6 root 2. So the answer will be, that's 7 root 2, take away 6 root 2 is just root 2. And D, okay, so D, you've got a double bracket, okay, so you could use FOIL on this, so you could do firsts, 2 times 4 is 8, outers, 2 times root 12 is minus 2 root 12, okay, because there's a minus there. Inners is 4 root 3, and then lasts. Now when you times in these together, of course you can put it under 1 square root. 3 times 12 is 36. So it'll be root 36. Okay? And because it's plus times a minus, that becomes a minus there. Now we can simplify this. Okay, maybe we'll just do it in one go here. 8, take away 2. Now root 12, of course, you need to think two numbers there. Well, 4 times 3 would work, wouldn't it? Okay, because 4 is a square number. Plus 4 root 3. I wouldn't simplify that. There's nothing to simplify there. Root 3 is as low as it can go. Of course, root 36 is 6, isn't it? Okay, so working with this then, that's 8, take away 2. Split this up. Okay, so that'll be root 4 times root 3 plus 4 root 3. Take away 6. So this becomes 8. Take away, now root 4 is 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 4 root 3. Take away 6. And what's great about this, look, they cancel each other out. Okay, they go. So you end up with an 8 take away 6, which is 2. There's your answer there. Okay, of course, put in equals to show every step there.